Okay. This experienced recruiter who I've known for years, okay, we've been on the show a few times, and he surprised me. He said he had a 45-minute intake session with, I think, an HR person at a multi-million-dollar company, a big company, okay? And after, at the end, he realized that she actually had a candidate she wanted to hire, but she had to go through the motions to bring in a few more candidates. But she knew who she was going to hire beforehand. So she was really wasting his time. With me? Yes, you're with me. Okay, so he does this to avoid that kind of situation. He tests them. He says he asks for a written job description for them to email him. So he wants them to do something. Send me a written job description. If they don't send it within 24 hours, he won't work it. And then also he asks the next day a follow-up question. He says, he'll send a message like, hey, Sue, I forgot to ask, is an engineering degree required for this role? He says, give it a day. If it's crickets, if they don't get back to you, forget it. So he does these little things to test the sincerity of the client. Does anybody else? I think you guys are going to say, no, I'll never. That's ridiculous. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you're always going to do it. You should do a little test every time. Are they really serious about the search, especially if they're not paying an engagement fee? Even if they are, you should do it. But
always absolutely test the contingent job order, 100%.
How? Just like you said, I got a quick question. Hey, need to get clarification on this, or hey, I got this guy. He's a little bit outside of the zone that they're thinking.
Rich makes a good point called testing the job order, right? If you get a contingent job order and you have a candidate that's close and you could test it within 24 to 48 hours to get to the client, hey, I have this guy. He's not exactly what you're looking for, but he might fit. What do you think? And you should get feedback immediately on that guy within 24 hours. And if you don't, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Okay, you guys are using a Steve Finkel approach of the trial balloon candidate. Is that right? That's
basically trial balloon, test a job order. Yeah, you got to do something, especially on a contingent job order, to make sure you have it's real.
So just like this guy does, he asks for a written document and he asks
for a job description afterwards or whatever. Yeah.
Those are good things. Okay, we're taking it over to Donna now. What do you say? Donna? Oh, Donna.
We did the same thing, agency side. So, I would do the same thing. Anytime it was a new client, we had some kind of test to make sure they were real. And we're really going to work with us. Just what the guys are saying. It could be anything. It could anything that involves them having to be engaged with you in some way about the job. And if they're getting back to you and being responsive, great. If they're not, then we don't work hard for them.